Hey guitar enthusiasts, welcome to this lesson video. We're going to be doing a great song by the Beatles called When I'm 64. So let's get into the guitar lesson. Now, I would highly encourage you to go grab the chord chart for my website, laurenbateman.com. When you look at it, you're going to notice we need a capo on the first fret for this song. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my nifty little capo here on the first fret, and we're going to play all the chords relative to the capo. So that means if you play a G chord, you would play it as if this were the nut of your guitar. Okay, so make sure to go grab that chord chart, laurenbateman.com, but we're going to get into the chords to start off with the intro. So the intro of this song, we're basically using three chords. We've got a C chord, we've got a D chord, and we've got a G chord. So they're keeping it simple in this intro. And the strumming pattern we're going to use for this is just a straight up eighth note strumming pattern. Down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it'll sound like this. So all you're going to do, so if I start with the C chord, so the chord progression is going to be 2 C chords followed by a split measure of D and G, and then we're going to have 3 measures of C after that. So it's going to sound like this. So there you go. So that's your eighth note strumming pattern. That's your intro. Very, very simple, nothing too complicated. The next thing we're going to do is jump into the verse where things get a little bit more complicated, but not too much. Let's check it out. Hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. If you have, make sure to subscribe to the channel. This way you'll know when I release more lesson videos just like this one. So let's get into the next part of the lesson. So the verse, we have a lot more chords. I'm sorry. And, you know, fortunately, well, there is one bar chord that comes in, but for the most part, actually 2, sorry, I lied. But for the most part, it is a lot of open chords, especially. So the verse is broken up into 2 kinds of sections. So the first section, let's do the chord progression for the first section, is going to be a double C, D7, G, and then we get 2 more G's followed by a C that we're going to hold for 2 measures. So what do I mean? Let's go through this first section of the verse. We're going to keep the strumming the same. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's how we're going to get through the first section of verse. And then we're going to come into the second section of verse where we have a few more chords and the timing's going to change up a little bit. So let's talk about the chords first. So we have 2 measures of C followed by a C7 chord. Then we have a full measure of F. Then we're going to have an F chord followed by F minor, followed by C, followed by A, and C and A are going to split a measure. D and G7 are going to split a measure, and then we're going to have a C chord at the very end. All right, so let's see what this is going to sound like. Again, we're going to keep the chord, the strumming pattern, nothing's going to change here. We're just going to keep it the same. Very simple, down, up, down, up. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, C7 to the F, F to F minor, C to A, D, G7 to C. So I was playing around with this a little bit more because I want to make sure I'm giving you guys accurate information. So I think what's happening on this, will you still need me? Will you still feed me? Those first 2 measures, I think I am hopping the rhythm. So it's, will you still feed me? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, D, 64. I think that sounds better. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it'll be, will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? And the great thing about going from F to F minor is you play an F chord. All you have to do is just lift up your second finger. Very, very simple chord change there. can always use the easier chords if you want to do the F major 7 and the easy F minor. I'll put a couple diagrams up here. You can always do those, but this song's more probably in the late beginner to early intermediate realm just because of the number of chords we're using, also the introduction of the bar chords. So let's talk about our interlude, which is next. It gets us into our next part of the song. So we kind of have a key change here. So we're going to be introducing some different chords. All right. So we're going to be going minor here. So we're going to be going to A minor, and we're going to do 2 measures of A minor, a measure of G, and a measure of A minor. So again, same strumming pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. G, A minor, then we've got you'll be E. Then A minor, D minor, D minor, F, G, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have, let me just tell you the chord progression I played. So it's A minor, and then we have 3 measures of E followed by A minor twice, D minor twice. And then we have an F, G, C, and then the last G we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna strum real quick and then mute the sound of the chord very, very quickly. So again, there's not really a lot of repetition going on here. The Beatles, they always do crazy things. So that is going to be our interlude. So it's going to be A minor, G, A minor, and we got A minor, up 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to E, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, then back to A minor, D minor again to the F, G, C, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. And that's what we have for the interlude of this song. So the next part we have the verse section, and then we have another interlude. So we go through basically the same pattern, another verse full section, and then, you know, there's an interlude, and then there's the final verse section. And all the chords will stay the same, except in this final, the very, very ending of the last verse section, it's going to start the same. So we're going to have the 2 C's, followed by C7, followed by F. And then we're going to still have, will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? And then we have just the outro. So we're not going to be going to those G's. It's going to go when I'm 64 to, so we have C, 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 D, G, and C, bum, bum. And there you go. That's the outro. So it's a double C, D and G splitting a measure, and another C. So we're not going to go back to those holding the G's. We're just going to wrap it up there. So I am going to try and sing a little bit of this, play through maybe the verse and the interlude here so that you guys can hear it. If I get hit with a copyright thing, I'm probably going to have to chop this section of the video out, but I'm going to put it in for you guys because I love this song. Actually, my father-in-law turned 64 this past week. So I know a lot of you guys are going to be turning 64 soon. So let's get it in the books here, all right? So let's start with our intro. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. D, G, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. When I get older, losing my head, many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. If they'd been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Now interlude. mess that up. Could stay with you. I messed up. And if you say the word, that's probably the part of the song I'm least familiar with. But there you go. That is the playthrough on this a little bit so that you guys can at least get a feel for it. Hopefully YouTube lets me keep it in, and I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson video. So if you guys did enjoy this lesson, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave me a nice comment below, and YouTube is gonna pop up a couple more videos over here that you guys might be interested in checking out. I'll put my Beatles playlist on the bottom for you guys if you wanna go learn more Beatles songs, but check those out. Hopefully something will be interesting to you, and I hope to see you guys in another lesson video.